Hello, this is Senator Marco Rubio, and I'm honored to join this virtual conversation which highlights how the Cuban dictatorship is manipulating the COVID-19 pandemic in order to take advantage of the basic freedoms of the Cuban people. During a recent interview with the Epoch Times, Cuban pro-democracy and human rights activist José Daniel Ferrer highlighted how the Diaz-Canel and the Castro dictatorship is using this health crisis to cover up and even justify its repression against dissidents. Ferrer, currently under house arrest, knows this far too well. Just a few weeks ago, amid the pandemic, on the day he was being honored as the Truman Reagan Medal of Freedom recipient, Ferrer's house was surrounded by the regime's security forces. Repression is the only language Raul Castro and his puppets know. For far too long, the Cuban regime has used harassment, intimidation, and surveillance to repress members of the opposition and members of the church. Freedom of religion is a pillar that we as Americans uphold. Sadly, religious liberty is a freedom that goes against the communist Cuban regime. Just this past weekend, evangelical pastor Yasser Caraballo from Santi Spiritu was targeted and arbitrarily arrested on bogus charges by the dictatorship. Caraballo is just one of the many religious leaders who during this year has been repressed by the Cuban regime. I want to thank you all for highlighting this important issue. We must continue to shine a light on the egregious violations being committed on a daily basis by the Cuban dictatorship.